This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
So what it is, you basically just say what your product is and you do a really quick pitch, and then we'll have people vote on who has the best product. Which one should we actually take to market that could be the most profitable thing that we have? My concept around monkey poop. Monkey poop. Slime is all the rage for kids, but now there is monkey poop, the throwable brown slime. Monkeys love to throw their own poop, and now your kids will love it too. Monkey poop. That's what I'm selling.
My kid would buy it. If Rocco could buy stock,
yes,
he would fully populate your stock.
You got to think about the kid market. It's going to be crazy. They're going to love it.
Huge.
Okay, Virginia, what is your product?
Mine is bikini bartenders. So we've assembled a team of sexy bikini bartenders that you can hire for any event, big or small. We do it all. These are bubbly, young, full of personality bartenders, all body types, so you can get whatever you want, all races, men and women. It's bikini bartenders.
Okay. Jbird.
The Pizza Genie. We specialize in feeding depressed and sad people with a surprise pizza. When you're down and out, the Pizza Genie will appear with a food truck. It'll ask you, what 3 toppings would you like? Just kind of like the 3 wishes. They go back out there. They make the pizza for you. It's specialized. It's all about positivity. But the key to this is to surprise your loved ones when they're down and out with their favorite pizza. It's the Pizza Genie.
Okay. And Denny's, what is your elevator pitch here today?
I got the cheese gun. We're going to put the fun back in cheese. It's a fun way of applying the perfect amount of cheese every time. It's designed for kids and adults, and the cheese gun applicator is made for all types of cheeses. And that's not all. It has 3 different settings, power settings: sandwich, fondue, and attack. If anyone attacks you, you can fend them off with your cheese gun. It shoots up to 20 feet.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Sugar Spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
What's going on? Welcome to the KVJ show. Good to see everybody. How the heck are you today?
Good morning.
Welcome to it.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Fancy shirt over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where are you going today? Because you look delicious.
Looks like you're going to like one of those hula events.
Like a luau.
Yeah.
going
That's what
to
about. Yeah, luau. Yeah, it's a flowery shirt that I got here from Express.
Oh.
And, yeah, it's something I wear when I got to get all gussied up.
You are peacocking right now.
Big
Thank
time.
you.
I mean,
and that's coming from the King Peacocker.
Well, you walk down the hallway, and
Yeah.
every other station, they put their heads out of the studio like, who is that guy?
It's like Pretty Woman's playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your little montage of you walking.
Yeah, that's me. You want to check out this miraculous shirt? I've got it on right now. Yes, I have one of those business. You can tell when it's business day today.
Well, whatever deal you're going to do, don't worry. They're going to sign.
Okay.
Yeah, what is this meeting? Is this
It's a sales meeting. I could go into details and bore everyone.
Well, you know what? You got sold.
Okay.
Sold.
All right.
Where do we sign?
Okay. Well, KVJ TV shows off our stylish wardrobes. My fancy flowery shirt from Express. Jbird's got an E.T. Bigfoot Night Rider shirt on.
Okay, so Bigfoot's on the bike like they were with E.T. by the moon and all that. Yeah,
mixing the worlds together.
it's adorable.
Thank you.
Okay.
I like Virginia's kind of like you're going to a fun witch party.
I'm wearing an off-the-shoulder number. I'm trying to get it sexy up in here.
Well, mission accomplished.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
was thinking about going shirtless a lot more in the studio. We don't do that too often anymore.
You're good.
Believe me, I don't want to take my shirt off.
You need
Wait.
more shirts.
I look back at our old videos. My shirt was always off at our old station. This new station, it's always on.
Times are changing. KVJ TV is on YouTube right now. You can dial it up, put it on your flat screen TVs. You can also take it with you on the mobile YouTube app.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, 'cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second, this is, I don't know, if you have a lot of money and a lot of paranoia like Kanye West, yeah, you kind of course, do this. It made all the sense in the world when I read it this morning. I'll share with you what Kanye West's latest project is. Gosh, I wish I had his kind of money to just throw around.
Right.
Oh, my God. I'd probably be just as crazy. In other news, my panda was all excited yesterday. He started texting me.
Oh, he
You're not
did.
going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. I'm like, what? I thought it was important for our lives.
Yeah.
It's not. It's actually Depeche Mode is being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay.
People love people, so why always sad? They were always so sad when they sang.
So sad.
Yeah, they kind of got that whole, there was a genre back in the
Yes.
80s, Depeche Mode. In fact, New Order, who's kind of in that genre, they're playing like 8 shows at the Fillmore all this week.
But
them.
it blows my mind how many bands back then, they all have this kind of
Yeah.
a single.
And Panda loves them all.
Yeah.
Morrissey, oh my gosh.
But you could play 10 different songs by 10 different bands, and it's the same band.
Also being inducted, Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
9 Inch Nails, Whitney Houston, and the Doobie Brothers. So I gotta say, I kind of like what's going on there. If they have Michael McDonald with the Doobie Brothers.
They do.
Okay.
I read an article, and he was featured on there, so you
Okay.
can't induct the Doobie Brothers without Michael McDonald.
Well, you shouldn't.
One thing that was a little bit off with it, though, because they wound up polling people to say, who do you want in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And they said, Dave Matthews Band, Pat Benatar, and then they completely ignored them.
Why poll people then?
Right. Why are we doing a poll if you completely ignore them and it has no consequence? You basically just show maybe we're out of touch with what the real people want in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It just goes to show you, too, it's all politics.
Right.
And there's probably some process where maybe
Sure.
your Pat Benatars and the like are like, no, I'm not paying that. Or, no, I don't want to do that.
Well-
and maybe Depeche Mode, Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, and
Who knows?
Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
fell in line.
I mean, like a Pat Benatar, she's probably got, what, 5 or 6 radio hits? What would you say qualifies a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer to have that many X amount of hits on the radio?
It's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of things you can talk about how they influence other artists and the such.
Yeah, their Q
So-
score and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I know there's going to be a different criteria.
Yeah.
Well, back in the 40s, this horn player was the best.
It never is going to be fair. It's all subjective. Wendy Williams getting herself in trouble makes me giggle. She kind of stepped in it.
Big time.
And a lot of people are now calling for her to be canceled.
Oh,
It's the
boy.
cancel culture, Kevin.
Okay.
What did she do? Listen.
This is her talking about Joaquin Phoenix.
When he shaves off his mustache, he's got a hairline fracture. He's got one of those, what do you call it? Cleft lip.
Yep.
Cleft palate.
Yep.
He's got this.
Yep.
He's got this. No, I find it to be very attractive.
Okay.
So why do people keep going in on Joaquin Phoenix? I'm trying to figure that out. A lot of people talk trash and really go after him. Did something happen with him that I don't remember?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
talk trash about him. He had that weird thing where he did the rap career.
That's not yeah. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, other than hurting your ears, he didn't hurt people.
And that was all a gag anyway.
Yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. I got no problem with him.
And finally, here, Kanye West has too much money and too much paranoia. They say he is building a massive $15 million underground bunker in Wyoming. Now, he bought this second ranch. He had one Wyoming ranch. Now he has another Wyoming ranch, and that he is building a state-of-the-art shelter. So when it all goes down, he and his family can escape the danger.
Oh, they can.
Good for you, Kanye. I wish I could build a bunker and just get away.
I got a friend that really thinks it's all going down and took his money out of the bank, like really believes.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you put your money when you take it out of the bank?
I think you put it at your house. I think you keep it.
Ooh. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by the Little Smiles Stars Ball. It is happening February 1st at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. So exciting and such a beautiful night celebrating our Little Smiles kids. We would love to see you. You can come out. You can be a part of the fun. I promise you, you will love the event. Bring a tissue because it's very emotional. Get your tickets now. You can connect to Little Smiles at kvjshow.com.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's kind of an uncomfortable moment after the Democratic debate that had happened. If you do watch such news programs, you've probably heard the clip. Elizabeth Warren confronting Bernie Sanders.
I always love these hot mics. They have no idea anyone's listening, and it's all being recorded.
I think I read a little blurb, Wendy, saying that he didn't believe a woman could be elected or something like that.
Oh, I don't want to get into it. It's a whole thing.
He's got a few things, apparently.
Yeah, but then there's a back. I didn't want to step in it because.
So what is the thing that's going on here?
So this is off of the mic after the debate, and she's going after him saying, "Did you just call me a liar on national TV?"
Oh, okay. Hot mic.
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
What?
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Let's not do it right now. You want to have that discussion, we'll have that discussion. You called me. You told me. All right, let's not do it now.
I don't want to get in the middle of it. I just want to say hi, Bernie.
Yeah, good.
I
don't want to get in the middle. I just want to say hi.
I just want to say hello. That's all I got. Yeah. Wouldn't that all they do is just call each other liars?
They pretty much,
That
yeah.
seems pretty standard, doesn't it? Okay. All right. There's your viral audio.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got in your mind today, Jbird?
Oh, I saw this story, and it made me think of you, Virginia, because I think me and you are alike. As soon as we hear a story about bed bugs and itching, we instantly start to scratch our
Every
body.
time. When someone talks about lice, I just instantly get itchy on my head. Bed bugs skeeve me out.
Well, I want to play a little game here where you're the judge and you give out the sentence. If you find out what Joker is doing this, if you are the judge, what would you give them as a sentence? In Pennsylvania, police are trying to find someone who put bed bugs in a changing room at a local Walmart. Now, what they did was they put this bottle of bed bugs in a jacket in the store, and all the clothes were infested with bed bugs. So if anyone brought those clothes home, their whole house would have been infested with them. And they're looking for the person who did it. They don't know who did it yet.
But they can figure it out on surveillance camera?
I mean, every time I watch one of those murder specials, they always find the murderer leaving a Walmart. They've got cameras everywhere.
Get everything you need there to Walmart.
Yeah, I would imagine they will find who did this.
There's cameras, but is there somebody going through the footage that has some sense about them?
I don't know. I mean, if the police are involved now and...
If the police are going through it, I feel good. If the Walmart people are going through it, I don't feel good.
I would agree with that. If the police are involved. Okay, let's say you find the Joker who did this. You're the judge. You get to give out the sentence. I told Dennys they go to jail for at least 1 solid year in prison. He thought that was too harsh.
I don't disagree with you because I think you have caused so much damage, not only to Walmart, but also to all those individuals. And you should have to pay restitution, jail for a year, and restitution for all the bed bug removal costs those people incurred.
And I know it's gross, but other than it being gross and inconvenient, what's the worst thing that can happen with bed bugs? Can they give you another disease or anything?
I don't know about that, but I know the welts. You'll have red welt marks all over your body from the bed bugs.
Can you visibly see them?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Absolutely. They look like mosquito bites on steroids.
And you had them before?
Never.
Oh, okay. I thought you had them.
No, I've seen pictures of them.
Oh, that's a bad rumor to start.
She had lice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I did have lice.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, you're getting all your Virginia bugs mixed up. Yeah.
I don't want to spread that rumor that you have bed bugs.
A lot of kids get lice,
Yeah.
and the kids brought lice home, and I
You
think
had lice and worms.
Well,
I never had worms.
I hear that if you have someone spend the night at your house, they can easily infest your bed or your area with bed bugs.
And the messed up thing too, when you're traveling, you can put your suitcase down, in the corner of the room on the carpet. Bed bugs can get in your suitcase and then into your clothes and then travel back with you to your place, and you don't even realize what's going on because they come out at night and you don't really see them.
That's why you got to do it. I mean, it happens during the holidays. A lot of people have guests come in. And they'll stay and bring the bed bugs with them, and they just don't leave. So that's why, for me, if anybody stays down in my house, they got to leave all their bags outside, and I shave them all down.
We've seen you shave.
Yeah,
you know how to
take them all down.
You
Yeah,
know how to use those
right
clippers.
out front. Yep, you're coming in hairless.
Judge Ralston,
Yeah.
you have this person in front of you. Give out the sentence. What's their sentence?
They have to spend 10 days in a bed bug infested cell.
I don't hate it. I think it should be longer though. But I do like that punishment.
Yeah, but I'm very sensitive about the prison overpopulation situation that we have in America. So
All right.
now I'm into less sentences. Make them more impactful, though.
Okay, I will compromise with you. I'll give you 50 days with the bed bugs in prison.
Oh, okay.
Knocks off the year.
All right. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I'm one of those like in my thinking about like the world and spiritual stuff, and I'm kind of a little hippie-ish in that.
Deep Virginia.
And I think everything happens for a reason, even the bad stuff that happens to us. I think sometimes it's meant to teach us a lesson or help us teach others a lesson. So, Magnolia's been going through it since Sunday when she was at the beach and she was almost taken out by a few really dramatic waves. It was way too rough to be in the water, and I underestimated the power of the ocean on that day.
Many people do.
I was there with her, and I was watching it all happen, and as it was happening, I wasn't thinking it was a big deal because she was standing in chest-high water. But a lot of accidents can happen in chest-high water at the beach because of the strength and power of the ocean. I now respect it on a different level, and we have a new family rule in our family that I hope everybody will adopt. When the surf is that rough that it knocks you off your feet, you should not be in it. I learned my lesson.
Because when surf's up, you're down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to Mags, and that's why she had to go to the emergency room. I have had so many people since then reach out to me on social media and on email, and specifically a group called Mason's Miracles. Now, they started this group because their son got into a near-drowning situation. Luckily, he lived, but he now has permanent brain damage, and he goes through a lot of traumatic stuff every day, living with the damage of almost drowning. Drowning is the #1 cause of accidental death in kids ages 1 to 4. And so we need to respect the water. I've certainly learned through all of this to respect the water.
Yeah.
And just take a step back and think, okay, is it worth it? The kids are playing in the surf and having fun, or the kids are playing around the pool and having fun, but water can take us all out in a matter of seconds.
I wish you would have learned this lesson 15 years ago when you beached our boat. Yeah, water is dangerous.
So if anybody, is going through it and they need help, there are wonderful resources. Masonsmiracles.org serves families that have gone through it, because some of these families that deal with near drowning now have after effects that go on for years and are super expensive. So if you know anybody who's going through it, masonsmiracles.org, and please just learn from what we've been through with our family. Respect the water. It can take you out.
Well, just in this room alone, you have a story of the water almost killing you. I've got one. You've got one now with Mags. I think Denny's has got one.
It's just nothing to mess with.
Yeah.
It's a different level, and I didn't give it the respect it deserves, and now I will.
Well, think about it. It's the ocean.
I know.
It can kill you a million different ways.
I know.
That's why I don't go in the ocean.
It's scary in there, Kevin.
It is.
It really is.
I want to say thank you to Kara. She had sent an email yesterday that I got to see. Yesterday was Jason Bateman's birthday.
Yes.
He's one of my favorites. He's in Ozark, that is on Netflix, but he's just been in so many great movies and even TV shows going all the way back. And she said, I am also a fan, so I have to recommend a new series on HBO. It premiered this week. It's called The Outsider, and it's starring, directed by, and produced by Jason Bateman. Only 2 episodes so far. Riveting. So I watched the first one last night, and I believe it's written by Stephen King.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's
And the first episode is fantastic.
Is it spooky?
It is. There was one part where, I jumped. And I usually don't like the horror stuff, so I don't know where this is going to go. It might be too scary for me.
Are you able to give us one of those, like when you read the back of something, it tells you the synopsis of what exactly is it about?
To get you into this, it seems like Jason Bateman is a really mild-mannered, loving dude. He's a coach and family guy and all that kind of stuff.
He plays that well.
Yes, he does. He does that very well. But he has murdered a young boy.
Whoa.
Or so you think.
Whoa.
He was out of town the day that it happened, and they have proof that he was out of town, but they also have proof that he is the one who murdered the boy. What's going on?
All right.
That's where it is. Yeah. So you're like, wait, what? What's going on here?
Even the shows that get canceled on HBO are good. They don't make a bad series.
And tell us the name of it again.
It is The Outsider.
The Outsider.
Really good cast in it, and it looks like it is going to be a fantastic show. So there's 2 episodes out now. Can't wait to get to the second one and watch that series. It might be promising. Also wanted to put on your radar, too, it seems like a lot of people are raving about the Aaron Hernandez story that is on Netflix. It seems to be getting good reviews. I just saw that drop yesterday. I put it on my list. Haven't been able to watch it yet. Just a fascinating story where this is a guy, if you're a Florida Gator fan, you know, he used to play for your team. And he was a guy that was playing on the New England Patriots, had absolutely everything. And for some reason, after he achieved his level of greatness and had the world going for him and everything going for him, he decided to start murdering people. And it's likely that he had 2 murders to his name and was still on the football field playing.
And it's also likely that he had that concussion disease that makes you go crazy
CTE.
and evil.
What was he like before that, though? Because I can see that also being an excuse to murder people.
I think they actually did that autopsy on his brain, and that's the only way you can find out is after they die.
Yeah.
And I think they did find it, that CTE, when they did the autopsy.
They've done that with serial killers. After they pass away, they examine the brain, and they show the pictures. It is different. There's something blocking part of the brain that deals with the conscious and, you know, right and wrong kind of thing.
It all makes sense. Mm-hmm. It really does when you think about it.
Yeah.
Why are they so evil? Why are they so terrible? People aren't born terrible and evil, right?
On some of the cases where someone's just evil for the sake of evil, it does make you kind of, you're like, what's going on here?
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to watching that as well.
And what network is that?
That's Netflix.
Yeah. Do you guys get get updates from Netflix? I got an email that thing dropped on Netflix. You guys check out your Netflix. Aaron Hernandez just dropped.
I must not be on that.
I don't know how I signed up for that.
Okay.
It's probably a feature you can sign up for alerts.
I think I did, and I don't think I like it because I'm getting a lot of updates. It makes a noise. I can't figure out how to take the noise off.
Denny!
Exactly.
More problems.
Your boy's struggling.
Mm-hmm. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Jbird was struggling yesterday. Another dogfight episode we got to tell you all about.
Oh, Virginia, it was awful.
Was it that pit bull that they don't have on a leash?
This is a different situation. I feel bad about what happened, honestly.
Okay, Jbird's next dogfight. We'll hear about it next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Another dogfight. Jbird, we'd heard this just about 2 weeks ago with you, where somebody who had a dog that wasn't on a leash came up and had a little mix-up with your dog Chewy, and you got caught up in the middle of it. It sounded like you got injured in the process, and now we've got a repeat of that last performance.
I'm not sure what's going on in my neighborhood, but people are not putting their dogs on leashes anymore, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm in the minority because I really try to always, if Chewy's never on a leash near me, I'm over him and he's not moving. You see what I'm saying? I would never let him.
You're a helicopter parent.
Well, you can't let him roam because you never know when a gremlin dog out of the blue is just going to come at you, because not everyone takes it seriously. I try not to make a big deal out of it, and I don't care if your dog's off a leash because most people know, okay, I see another dog coming. Let me grab my dog so there's not an incident. Well, for whatever reason, it's dogs is running amok in my neighborhood right now, and it's different than it's been.
Huh?
Yeah, at least I'm noticing it more. So I'm walking Chewy yesterday, and I see this couple, and they got this big, like German Shepherd looking dog, and they're trying to train it, and they're playing with it, and it's a good distance away, and they see me walking up, so I'm thinking, all right, they're gonna block their dog. Well, they let the dog run over, and it starts to get, I mean, do you know when a dog gets aggressive, when it's like, rah, 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 and it tries to jump on a dog?
Yes.
Well, it tried to do that to Chewy, and Chewy's an old dog. This dog was way bigger than Chewy, had more energy than Chewy, and it looked, to me, it appeared aggressive. So I've been going through this a couple times now, and last time Chewy got hurt. Chewy was injured for a good 4 days, and I almost had to take him to the vet and all that. I didn't want to go through that again. So I get right in front of the dog, and I start blocking Chewy, and I'm starting to say to the couple, I go, please get your dog. Please get your dog. And I look up, and they're both smiling and laughing, and they're not doing anything about it. So now I am...
You need to go over and bite them.
I'm trying to block Chewy and trying to get all of that because the last thing I want is a fight with stitches and blood and and Chewy's a scrapper too. Just because he's old doesn't mean he can't do any damage. I don't want to deal with it.
No.
So I'm trying to block it, and I'm also trying to be conscious of not trying to hurt their dog, trying to block Chewy. I twist my ankle so bad doing that because I had a sprained ankle anyway. So I finally, because they're not moving. I go, get your effing dog now! Like I screamed.
Good.
I got really mad.
Did they move?
No, she comes in at me going, well, stop acting so crazy around. Just relax. If you would relax, your dog wouldn't go so crazy. She turns it around on me. I'm screaming. Now she's starting to scream at me. And the guy wanted nothing to do with it. He backed away. And it was just me and the woman fighting back and forth.
Oh,
So you got dogs fighting, you got your...
And I was wondering if
she's out of line.
She's way out of line. And did anybody in my neighborhood see this go down?
Oh, I hope so.
It was very public, and it was by the lake area. So, I mean, if anyone saw it, let me know. But it was so loud, traumatic, and now it's over just as quick as it started, and I'm walking with Chewy. My heart's racing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking around. I go, did anybody see that madness?
You should have bit her. You should have.
I had never seen them before. But it's something I just don't know the protocol of what to do because every time that happens, it's very dramatic like that, and I'm trying to.
I think you should start carrying mace with you. Seriously, if you have that situation, it's best for everybody. If you have a dog that is doing that, you're going to protect both dogs better if, you know...
I mace the other dog?
Yes,
no, mace the lady.
You mace the aggressive dog, and then when the people come over and yell at you for macing their dog, then you mace them, and then you take off.
I am in full support of Kevin's position.
I mean, I think it's the best thing to do. I've been a dog owner, and I am a dog owner now, but I've been a dog owner where I had those situations, and there are only certain places where you take your dog off a leash.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. That's just bad being a bad dog owner. It's on them.
I'm not even the kind of person that gets mad if your dog... So people do it all the time where I live, and most people, when they see somebody coming, they hold their dog, they make sure you walk by... I'm cool with that. It's the people that feel entitled to just let your dog roll up on you. I don't know your dog. I don't know what your dog's doing. Your dog looks huge. It looks like it wants to eat my dog and part of my leg. And my leg's delicious.
I would do the mace. I think this is the second time this has happened. It would definitely be worth the investment because it will probably happen again.
And later today, when you secure the mace, just go knock on the door. When she opens the door, spray her.
I don't even know where they live. I have no idea what unit they're at. And I guess my question, Kev, is they come back at me with the mace thing?
No, they didn't have their dog on a leash, and you've been through this before.
With a different dog now.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, yours is protective. And like I said, it probably is best for the safety of all the dogs involved because they don't know to have cooler heads, and they are the aggressor. At that point, yes, mace is completely justifiable, and that's what you should do. And like I said, save a separate can for the owners if they come over and start barking at you.
The position I don't like being put in is now I have to make a decision. It's my dog over your dog, but I don't want to hurt another dog. But I'm in that position where I have to defend mine, and their dog could get hurt in the mix, and I don't want that either. So you're just...
if their dog,
I would feel terrible macing a dog. I'm just being honest.
If their dog gets hurt, though,
but would you
on
feel
them.
worse about having your dog have to get stitches, or even worse? I mean, they could do something to Chewy where Chewy may not recover.
I hear you. I just feel like I wouldn't let the dog get to Chewy. The dog would go through me. I feel like I wouldn't let that dog get to Chewy.
But I think this is a way to de-escalate it very quickly.
Mace, okay.
That'd be my suggestion.
All right.
Yeah.
I should probably have mace anyway.
Yeah, just fun to have.
All the muggers.
Sometimes I mace people and they don't even deserve it.
I've been maced
Their
before.
reactions are so dramatic. It's entertaining.
Have you ever been maced before? It is awful.
I've never been maced. I'm not wishing it either.
We did a mystery sound where I maced myself at our old station, but I did it outside with our old producer Mariana, and a big gust of wind got the mace and went in her eyes at first. That was a rough day.
Another KVJ production, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, dang it, that
We
wind.
didn't check the wind.
Oh, I mean, she was down for the count for an hour.
We really work things out around here.
Well, if you want to do something nice for your dog, Spotify is jumping up and offering custom playlists for pets, including dogs, cats, lizards, hamsters, and birds.
I love it.
What?
I love it.
They also launched something called My Dog's Favorite Podcast to play when you're not home. I know some people put on the TV. Actually, some people put on KVJ TV on YouTube and just let it keep rolling and have their dogs watch KVJ TV. They got everything from soothing music to motivational messages. Somebody texted in and said, a dog trainer taught me to carry a broomstick, and you put the broomstick in between or in front of the aggressive dog, and it will stop them immediately.
Okay, a broomstick walking my dog every day. That seems convenient.
My dad used to always take a walking stick with him when he would walk the dog, and I think he would use it for the same purposes. So
now people are going to be calling me a witch.
I don't hate it. I mean, walking stick makes you look less weird than a broom. Walking stick seems smart.
And it's protection, too.
Yeah.
I'm also not only worried about dogs, worried about a few humans, too.
And the way you're limping, you could use a walking stick.
I really could.
Yes.
I keep re-injuring this ankle.
Oh, that's going to give you arthritis.
Tough world out there, Bird. I go through this a good bit with my son, Cannon. He's 11, and he's now at the age where I don't ever throw any kind of game with him.
No,
In fact, I savor every victory because I know they're becoming fewer and far between.
Win.
Yes.
Gotta win.
And for a while, I've been beating dad ass.
And I think you should win and destroy him.
Oh, yeah,
Let him know what
absolutely,
it's
yeah.
like. Let that losing.
Well, he sees a lot of this stuff and the athletes and all, and kids taunt a lot more than they used to back in my day. And so, so when he actually does win and then he taunts me,
well, they even have a
it's terrible.
They have a feature in video games where you just hit the toggle switch and it taunts people. Like there's a taunt feature.
Yeah, our games are teaching kids to taunt. They're so obnoxious. So, you'll always beat your children whenever you can. But this is kind of an interesting dilemma here where you're telling me, Jbird, that you got a friend and this kid is playing another kid in video games and is always whooping him. And knowing how you can taunt today, the parents of the other kid are like saying, hey, do you think you could maybe have your kid lay up and lose a few games to my kid so he feels better about himself?
So a person I know, they listen to our program, and he knows that you and Kev have kids. He always likes to get your guys' perspective on this stuff. The parents of, he's got his kid, and his kid's got a best friend, and the parents of the best friend are asking my buddy, hey, your kid keeps on beating, my kid in Madden football, and it's really bringing him down. Is there any way you can talk your kid into letting my kid win a few games because it will help his spirits? And my buddy's like, what?
These people are idiots.
Like, no way. Isn't that what we're always fighting against? The softness of the culture?
Yeah.
These people are idiots.
Everybody wins.
That's embarrassing you even asked that.
I would reevaluate letting my kid go over there.
Well, so now my buddy's like, I don't even want my kid to hang out with this kid.
I'm with him on
he's
that.
too soft.
I mean, these parents are idiots. Who knows what other decisions they might make that could actually hurt your kid.
You can't tell the kid he can't hang out with a kid now. I mean,
would.
they are best friends. They're two peas in a
I
pod.
wouldn't do that. I'd be going, no, I'm not going to do that.
Y'all need to play at my house. So I can keep an eye on stuff because I don't think those parents are doing it right.
I was on a flag football team as a kid, the same coach back-to-back years, and we went 0-20. I mean, we had so much losing. You got to lose sometimes in life.
Yeah, you do to appreciate wins.
Well, you just have to live in reality. Sometimes kids are winners and sometimes kids are losers. And the sooner you figure out where you fall in the pecking order, the better it's going to be for you to maybe assess and then build the skills you do have instead of thinking like, oh, Madden is my future. You'll realize, okay, I'm not going to really do great at Madden. What else can I do?
I can relate to the anger of the kid who keeps losing the video games. When we got fired in Miami, me and Dennys played this one basketball game, and Dennys beat me every single time. And there was so much losing going on in our lives at that point. I just wanted to win one game, and I know for a fact he let me win one time.
And how do you feel about that today?
I didn't like it. I didn't like that win.
You shouldn't like it because it's a hollow win.
It was.
It's a soulless victory. And Dennys, you didn't do him any favors.
He won that legitimately.
I did not.
Whatever.
You saw a man drowning in emotions and you let me win one.
Well, I've noticed lately, if you play, because I play that Mortal Kombat game online, and what's annoying about it is the people that talk the most trash are always kids.
Yeah, they do.
But I've been hearing, because sometimes you can leave your microphone on, and it's the worst. You're trying to play the game, you can hear the background of the other person's house and stuff.
That's kind of cool. For someone who's nosy like me, I kind of love it.
It's pretty rough because sometimes they'll have the TV blasting. But
Yeah.
anyway, so one time I was beating this kid, right? And his dad came in. I could hear it all on the microphone. His dad comes in. He goes, let me fight him, you know? So the dad takes over because his kid was losing.
Yeah.
And then I beat the dad. And then he's telling his kid that sometimes people just cheat. And they beat you by cheating. And he's telling his kid this as I'm hearing this.
And you didn't cheat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I beat your ass. You know? I'm
Very
like,
square.
accept it and tell your kid that he got his ass beat.
No, he's training the kid that
He's
whenever you
training the
lose,
kid
it's
that-
because the other person cheated.
Because they
Someone's
use a
always
cheap
like-
character
Yeah.
or something like
Someone's
that.
always out to get you, and there's no way. If you lose, it's not your fault, Johnny.
Denny's got skills. Respect it.
Well, it's just if I lose, I accept my loss. I hate when people make an excuse for their loss, and especially when I can hear it. And
Yeah.
I hear this guy talking trash about me.
Terrible
I don't have my mic on, so I
parenting.
can't defend myself.
Denny's has such legit video game skills. I told him back in the day I beat Mike Tyson in Nintendo. He's like, "Pfft, whatever. He didn't believe I beat Tyson.
It's tough, but I believe back then you would get one game a year and you would just get really good at it. So I could see how it could happen. Contra was the other one you said.
I beat Contra
That game
too.
is so hard.
But you did the cheat.
I did not.
Okay.
What are you talking about? You just look like that guy in the chat room.
Everybody I knew that played Contra, there was a way, Virginia, you could get endless lives, and then they would beat Contra. I'm like, well, but did you really beat Contra?
Up, down, left, right, BA
Yeah.
square.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you
Like
really
Larry.
beat Contra?
Okay, well, if you're going on that.
I mean, he still remembers it. And he's trying to tell you he didn't do the cheat. He's
Yeah,
like, going,
I
up, down,
didn't
left,
use it.
left, right. Yeah.
I didn't use it, but I've memorized it.
30 years later, he remembers it.
You
You don't remember your PIN on your ATM card.
I never used it. Oh, yeah.
I didn't
30 years
cheat.
later, it's right at the tip of his brain.
I beat Contra fair and square, and I beat Tyson.
Go
Yeah.
sell that bag of lies to somebody
Exhibit
else.
A, Your
I
Honor.
saved the princess too.
How'd you cheat on that one, Jbird? I think we're learning something here.
Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, this one broke my heart a little bit. Major celebrity's dad passed away. And just the details on the dad. I'm going to tell you some stories about The Rock's dad that are just going to move you. You can see why The Rock is such a solid guy when I show you what a solid dad he had. That tribute coming up in your Dirt of the Day.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, sadly, The Rock lost his father. But I didn't realize what an influence his dad had been on his life. Now, with the passing of his dad, the tributes are just beautiful. And the backstory about what his dad went through is just emotional and moving. I'm going to share it with you coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, it looks as though we have more audio. I always am amazed at the fact that Heidi Klum is just a little bit removed from like what normal people go through and what normal experiences may be and what other people's experiences. Heidi Klum is a supermodel. Heidi Klum probably lives a different life than a lot of people. And I think her experience on America's Got Talent is different than the experience that maybe some of the other women have had on the show. Specifically, most recently, well, here's Heidi Klum. I'll let her tell you what she feels about what's going on at America's Got Talent.
And this has to do with the Gabrielle Union accusations that had happened, how she was treated on the show.
Exactly.
I'm quite surprised that, by the things that I'm reading. I love Simon, I love Howie, I love the entire team. I've never experienced that. I can only speak for myself, and I've had the best time working there. That's why I'm back also, because I always loved being there.
Mm-hmm.
I just think she has to say that. And I think her experience with Simon is different.
Well, I mean, so you can't really hold She didn't say. All she said was my experience. She was shocked to hear it, and her experience wasn't like that. I don't know if she said anything controversial. She just said that she didn't experience anything. I don't think she's calling anybody a liar.
I know, but it puts a little bad rub on it for me, and it almost devalues what Gabrielle Union is saying.
But if someone asked Heidi Klum a question, if she's in an interview and says, "Have you ever experienced anything?" and she gives an honest answer, why should she be crucified for that?
I just think she probably needed to put a footnote on that and say, look, I do appreciate where Gabrielle is coming from, and I think that maybe she had a different experience than me. Because I do think Simon has created a different environment for people based on whether or not they're a supermodel or whether they're not a regular girl that won't put up with his attitude. Because people like Sharon Osbourne, who I respect a lot.
Gabrielle Union is gorgeous. I mean, I would argue she could be in the same category.
Yeah, and I'm not...
Absolutely. It's not about looks. I think it's about these girls that'll play the game with Simon and these girls that won't play the game with Simon. And I think girls like Gabrielle don't play the game with Simon. Sharon Osbourne don't play the game with Simon. Heidi Klum probably plays the game with Simon.
All that may be true. All I'm saying is I don't think Heidi Klum should be crucified for her answer if someone just asked if you ever experienced. She was just saying, I was surprised to hear it. I didn't see it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but I don't think she should be crucified for that statement.
And I don't want to crucify her so much as say, hey, she gets treated differently than Gabrielle Union and Sharon Osbourne. That's all. I just want to leave it at that.
Okay.
All right. I am done arguing about this. In fact, I'm kind of mad I went this long.
In other news, it looks like Doolittle. Have you seen the reviews on Doolittle, this movie with Robert Downey Jr.? They're saying it's actually worse than Cats. And Cats got really bad reviews.
I didn't understand why he even decided to jump on this.
It was a weird. I thought when I saw that, I go, "This is a weird pickup for old Downey."
They say it's going to be a huge bomb. It cost $175 million to make. And for some reason in it, Robert Downey Jr. has this Welsh accent, but he didn't do it right in the movie. So they had to go back and like overdub and re-record to fix his accent. And the result of all of that is like his mouth is moving out of sync with the words. And like a lot of people, like it's noticeable.
I mean, if you're an actor struggling to get a gig, I see why you take the animal talking gig, but you're Robert Downey Jr. I thought it was so weird he was taking an animal talking movie gig.
He gave it credibility in my heart. When I heard he was doing it, I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be good because he's a part of the project. But no, they're saying it's awful. It's got a 17 on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's tough, man, to make those animal movies work. They can work, but it's few and far between.
They seem to fail more than they succeed.
Do.
Yeah.
And finally here, Rocky Johnson, the father of The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, just passed away at the age of 75. And I don't know if you know the backstory on this guy. You probably do, Jbird. So Rocky Johnson became the WWE's first African-American tag team alongside Tony Atlas back in the 80s. They were the Soul Patrol.
Soul Patrol.
And so when The Rock became a WWE star, he took his dad's name. His dad was Rocky, and that's why he's The Rock.
That's
as
cool.
a tribute to his dad. And he just talks about his dad's life in this beautiful Instagram post. Back when his dad was 13, his dad became homeless because his dad got into a fight with his mom's drunk boyfriend and basically knocked him out because he peed on the Thanksgiving turkey. And the dad
It's a weird
stepped
way to
up.
baste it.
Yeah, it's not respectful in any way. So the dad became homeless because he was kicked out of the house at age 13. He went on to, you know, even though life was stacked against him, fought through it, became a success in his own right, always struggled, but always did the best for his children and taught his children that hard work and perseverance pay off in the end. And he just writes beautiful things about his dad, who lived a humble life and was just a beautiful man. And so, you know, it's sad. His dad passed away at 75, but they were very close. And The Rock was a beautiful son and gifted his father with lots lots of wonderful things over the years. So if you get a chance, go read that whole thing about it on TMZ today. It's a beautiful tribute to Rocky Johnson.
Sounds wonderful.
And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by the Stars Ball. It happens not this weekend, not next weekend, but the following weekend, February 1st at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. You can get involved and get your tickets now and be there with us. It's so much fun. Connect to Everything Little Smiles at kvjshow.com.
Some celebrities having a birthday today. Kate Moss, model in her own right, 46 years old today. And the amazing Sade is 61.
Dennys loves her music. I love her music,
I do
too.
too. I'm a
very
massive
peaceful.
fan. I'm a massive fan of Sade. It's fantastic. Yeah, if I need to chill out, I just put on a little Sade. It's all good. Also, birthday wish here from my baby girl, Cara, a.k.a. Care Bear. Happy sweet 16. You are a rock star, Care Bear. That's from Mom Jules, Joey Boy, Caitlin, and Harper. Also, we have got a birthday wish to Gonzo from your boys at Gulf Coast Pharmaceuticals. Got to say happy birthday to Layla, turning 12. That is from Nico, Mama, Angel, Leanna, and Bella. A 16th birthday going out to Allison. Says you are on the cusp of becoming an adult, but you're just not quite there, thank God. Enjoy these last few years of non-adulthood while you can. You can do whatever you set your mind on. It's a lovely message. There's a photo. Looks like she plays softball for the Spanish River Sharks.
Go Sharks.
Yes.
Always have a good program.
They did. I've been there to see my daughter's team take many a beating, so. A lot of tears have been shed at that field. Also, happy 14th birthday to Nicholas and Connor from Mom and LJ. Happy 7th birthday to Xander Stone from Mommy, Daddy, Tina, Noah, Artie, and Strawberry. And we got a birthday shout out to my wife, Rebecca. You're the best. Love Ryan and Max. P.S. Jbird, this is the Max you sang happy birthday to on your guitar for the 48-hour event for the Bahamas relief.
Oh,
thanks again. There's a lovely family photo you can see on Kvj TV.
Oh,
that's adorable.
Yes. Got a birthday you want to send to us? You can mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Virginia, you said you have some positive news about our Spina bifida baby, that our audience helped raise $25,000 for a prenatal surgery to try to reverse the effects of the spina bifida?
Yes. So over the break, the baby was born prematurely, which happens a lot of times with spina bifida babies. So they kind of were ready for it, but it's still, the baby's due date wasn't until the early February. So the baby was born and only weighed 1 pound and like 7 ounces, which is so scary.
Yeah.
But now, weeks after that, the baby is up to 4 pounds. And she's doing good. She's thriving.
Wow.
She's still in the hospital in the neonatal intensive care
Okay.
unit, as she will be for a few more weeks till she can go home. But she's up to 4 pounds. She's actually, some of the breathing apparatuses have been taken off of her, and she's moving good and breathing on her own and just looking like a different baby altogether.
Can they tell how successful the prenatal surgery was yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Right now, they're just trying to make sure she makes it out of the neonatal ICU, and then we move to the next phase of, where are we? They have seen the spina bifida, the hole, and it looks like it's completely closing.
Okay.
So that is a good thing.
Okay.
And healing is happening. So
Okay.
just keep your prayers coming. I know
Yeah.
so many KVJ Nationers, donated and prayed and really threw their arms around this family. The family is elated that we are here at this place where the baby is growing and thriving and hopefully coming home maybe in the spring.
Okay.
Yay.
That'd be great.
That would be great.
All right, so there's an update on that. That was kind of the look. Everybody had a mullet back in the day. It was just really the look. And now they're saying that the mullet is making a big-time comeback.
Is it for comedy purposes? And you are absolutely right that she have a femme mullet.
I thought so.
I mean, she look at that second picture right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big
She
time.
looks like Swayze.
Yeah.
That's the Patrick Swayze
She
dude.
did. She was rocking it. And now they say that Billie Eilish and Miley Cyrus, Miley, her dad was famous for rocking a mullet back in the 90s.
You're right.
And now she's doing the same kind of hairstyle. And they say that it is right now being named the hottest hair trend of 2020.
Get the hell out of here. This is, first of all, you're doing the mullet for shock factor. Miley does not think she looks hot in a mullet. She's doing it because everyone's like, oh my gosh, Miley Cyrus is in a mullet. It's for shock factor.
I don't know. I think it really is a legit.
You can't look at it and say, "Oh, that looks great." You can't do that. You can't. If you're doing that, you're lying to yourself and others.
I think it is like back in the day, even there were different styles of the mullet that were going on.
Sure,
you had a Kentucky
you had the
waterfall.
Skullet.
The
skullet is the strongest
Well,
move.
it's a flat top and then just long hair.
Yeah.
So you can see here, if you're watching KVJ TV, I pulled up a photo of Billie Eilish, who arguably is one of the hottest artists right now. We were just talking about her yesterday. She's going to be doing the new title track for the latest James Bond movie coming out in April. And it is a different variation of the mullet, but it does meet the criteria where it is shorter. You have shorter bangs, shorter around the sides, and then it goes long in the back.
It's a modern pop culture type mullet.
That's what they're saying. And they say that is going to be the hottest hair trend of 2020 is the modern mullet.
To me, that is mullet light.
Yeah, it's not full mullet.
It's not a full mullet, man.
In order to get full mullet credibility, it's got to have wings on the side. Feathered, however you want to call it. But it's got to swoop back, and then it's got to be long in the back. She doesn't have it swooping back.
She's got a bowl cut with long hair.
Right. It's a bowl in the front, long in the back. I don't give that full mullet credibility.
How short did you... I know I talked to Fat Kevin a lot, but I'd like to now talk to Dirtbag Kev. How long did you... How short was your mullet on the side?
I think it was kind of more, the hair was almost a little bit like feathered back a little bit.
That's what makes it a mullet.
Yeah, it had
coiffed
shorter bangs.
mullet.
It was a little bit coiffy on the side, kind of a feathered back there, and then it went longer in the back.
I mean, how much tail did you get?
You probably got...
Yeah, I did very well. Everybody in my class had the mullet.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. He weighed 98 pounds and had that sweet mullet. He cleaned up.
Yeah. There's country star Morgan Wallen. He said that he is not going to be getting rid of his anytime soon. Now, would you say that's more of a standard mullet? If you're watching KVJ TV, I got Morgan Wallen on there.
Yes, that is more of a mullet, and it's country. They're going to accept it more.
That's true.
Yeah. I got to see if I can find one of the old classic Kev mullets. I think I have a photo of it somewhere.
There's guys out in Loxahatchee, Okeechobee, the acreage, that still rock the same haircut that they did in the 90s because the mullet has been living strong in our rural communities.
Oh, someone's driving around right now listening to us bash the mullet and go, man, KVJ, they're a bunch of pretentious SOBs.
And they would be correct.
Well, I'm even showing you the Sia wig that I took when I was at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
That's not a mullet.
That's not a mullet.
Okay, that's just bangs and then it's long in the back.
Absolutely.
Virginia
Would you
rocked
say that
dude.
Billie Eilish is on that level more?
Yes.
Or because hers is kind of a gradual going back?
She's not rocking a mullet. I know you're saying they're calling it that, but I don't know. That needs a different name. That ain't no mullet.
So you don't, okay.
I think to have the mullet, we have to have that feathering that we spoke about.
I do want... Is anyone listening right now that's rocking a mullet right now, and they look in the mirror and they go, I'm nailing it. I want them to defend it.
But I'm just wondering if they would call it a mullet or if they would just say, I don't know, it's just my hairstyle.
I know some sound guys that work the festival circuit with us, and these MFers have had a mullet since I met them in 1999, and they have not changed.
And
They've been consistent.
And I would honestly like to talk, not because I really don't want to make fun of them.
No.
I legit want to know.
They love it. It looks good. It bounces in the breeze.
Does it look good?
I think it looks good on them. It fits you. If you rocking a mullet and you know it fits you, don't let anybody tell you to do different.
I mean, I wish I could grow a mullet. I would.
You could.
I couldn't.
You could.
I can't. The same thing happened when I grew a rat tail. It grows up.
You need to get a relaxer put in your hair, and then let's keep going. You got to put a relaxer in it like every month.
Would you ever do the Billie Eilish style haircut, Virginia?
I don't like it, no. To me, it's too flat, greasy, weird colors. I'm too old for that.
Okay, not going to work for you.
People in the chat room also want to know if Kevin lost sudden death because of his shirt.
Yeah, I'll post a photo up there because I know people are loving roasting my shirt.
I mean, it's really kind of been the topic of the day.
No, he's got a meeting later where he's the new chairman of the board. for everything that is Hawaiian. They think you're Hawaiian.
They think it's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
It's a flowery shirt. Is that a Hawaiian shirt?
It's really not Hawaiian. It's kind of fancy Palm Beach. That's a Palm Beach fancy shirt, right?
I can't see it. Can you stand up for KVJ TV? We need to really drink this thing
Well,
in.
I mean, I think
she's gonna make it twirl. She wants you to
I
do
ain't good enough for
Come
the shot
on.
out here.
Gone with the wind twirl. Get up for
Well, it
me.
looks the same in the back as the front.
Is that
I still need it.
is that a double XL?
The shirt?
Yeah.
I think it's just a regular large.
It's a large?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on, give us a little bit. I mean, I can't really see
I'll take a photo and we'll post it up.
All right.
Yeah.
She wants you to work.
I know. It's like, unless I'm moving around.
I
she's-
need it.
She's not going to be happy. All right, let me do this so that we can move on.
Okay. Ooh.
Well, I can't. I got my headphones.
Hey, Kev, I dropped something. Can you pick this up?
Look at that biscuit booty. Where is the jam?
Ooh, Biscuit Booty.
Love
That'd be a good restaurant. Hey, you guys hungry? Let's go to the Biscuit Booty.
I don't know.
That was me back in the day. That was the mullet I had.
Wow.
Back in the day, if you're watching KVJ TV.
See the
That's what it looked
feathering?
like.
See the layers and the feathering on the side?
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it.
Okay.
Those eyes are popping.
All right, we'll get these photos up if you're not watching KVJ TV, so you can go check it out on our social, get a photo of my shirt.
Hey,
we'll let you roast the shirt.
Our YouTube numbers just jumped. People wanted to check it out.
Oh, I hear you. There's a lot of stuff to check out. That's why you got to watch KVJ TV.
It's also going up right now on our Insta story as well.
Okay. It's all on YouTube. You can actually watch us on demand. When you get home later, just go to YouTube, look for the KVJ show, dial it up, and watch every single day. Are you ready to laugh? I know I am. Another round of producer Denny's joke jury is about to go down.
We love it.
Oh, yeah, we love it. All right, Denny's job is to make us laugh here. Crack up, smile. When he does, we're eliminated from the joke jury. That is the way that we play the game. All right, he's got 5 jokes here, 5 attempts to make it happen. Let's go with joke 1, Denny's.
Joke number 1. What did Doc Brown invent to go back in time and cure heartburn?
I don't know. What did he invent?
The acid reflux capacitor.
Oh,
okay.
That's just, gosh, that's what I really.
Somebody's been in the lab.
That is good stuff, Denny.
Okay.
Second joke. How did Fergie find out she was pregnant?
I don't know. How did she find out she was pregnant?
When she was 2,000 and late.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Third joke. How do you know you are in love with a caterpillar?
I don't know. How do you know?
You get butterflies.
Oh,
okay.
Denny's. Damn it, Denny's. Hurt
It's
them.
just so good, isn't it? It's
Oh,
just
it's
so good.
good.
Yes.
Fourth joke. How did Quasimodo know his wife was cheating on him?
I don't know. How did he know?
He had a hunch.
Oh, get it?
All
Punch
right.
back in Notre Dame.
Oh my gosh, this one is
Yeah,
going in
oh,
the books, y'all.
Dang.
And final joke to close it out. What do adult film stars do when they find scandal?
I don't know. What do they do?
They blow the lid off it.
All right.
That's a good
Swords
one.
on fuzz. Strong
Nice.
round. Strong round.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach. Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, Russell Simmons, his accusers are giving some details about what they are accusing him of. There is going to be a documentary that premieres at the Sundance Film Festival that talks details about alleges of sexual abuse. I will share with you those alleges and those details coming up in your Dirt of the Day.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF.
Denny's has a photo of me in the shirt that I'm wearing today. Boy, I tell you, people are having a field day, Virginia.
Oh, they're going
Oh, my
for you.
goodness. Wow.
They're headhunting.
Just nonstop over here.
The insults and the creative writing are definitely amazing.
I could fill up a 3-minute-long hate song right now about my shirt.
This is just an honorable mention. Bro, get that wallpaper off, Kevin.
Yeah. Somebody said nice curtain. Yeah.
Aw.
A lot of them in there. So
Did you pick that out yourself?
No, this is Mexican Queen. She takes it. I go to Express a lot now when I got to get the fancier stuff. Normally I just wear jeans and a t-shirt. So Express is kind of like, you ever find that where you got that store that you go to?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I got to do anything, it's a little bit on the fancier end. I go to Express, and then she picks it up because she's always looking at fashion stuff, and she's like, yeah, get this or that.
So were you there with her, or did you come home and that shirt was there? She's like, I got a shirt for you.
I don't remember. A lot of times she'll just have something, she'll pull it out, and she'll be like, okay, here you go.
You don't remember? He was
No.
drunk.
I don't.
How do you not remember that shirt? I mean,
I don't know, yeah.
Did you suppress the memory?
No, she's like, it looks great. That's the style. I'm like, all right, okay. So I just put it on. If she says she is like, yeah, wear that, I'm like, all right, I wear it.
She's somewhere right now laughing.
Maybe, yeah. She set me up, huh?
I do like it, but that doesn't bode well for you.
Okay.
Yeah, Peacock over here is a fan.
Right.
All right, Kev.
Okay, well, you can go and add your own insults. We're going to post that up on our social media and go to the Facebook page. And for everything else, we've got another round of the KVJ Hate Song.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Kevin would make a great scarecrow. He has a terrifying face and straw-looking hair. Instead of scaring away all the crows, though, he scares away all his listeners.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
How can Kevin and Jason actually work with that miserable skank Virginia? You can tell they truly hate her, just like her family and co-workers. Hashtag fire the hag.
Oh, I don't hate
You
you.
hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Jason, you're a loser. You're in your 40s, and you're going to die all alone. It's sad watching you try and do YouTube videos. They even suck harder than your on-air crap. Hashtag quote.
Denny sucks as y'all's producer. That's why y'all suck so bad as a show. Nobody wants to hear some street rat talk about weed. Denny, stop making the KVJ show suck so bad.
That sucks.
My wife sent me a very interesting post that she had seen on social media. I think it was on Facebook. And she's like, oh my gosh, can you believe this? People really do sell some very weird items. And then when people see it, they do a screenshot of it and then it goes viral. And, there you go. So I found some of the most dysfunctional items that have ever been posted up on eBay. And we're going to play the Dysfunctional eBay Price is Right.
Ooh.
To see, I know you all love a good game show, right?
We do.
And I think I'm the favorite on this one because I do a lot of eBay work these days. I
You
kind of
do?
know about the eBay world.
I have an eBay store with Panda, and we sell stuff all the time, so sit down.
All right. Well, let's see what you got here.
Okay. I did not know about this
Yeah.
eBay store.
I don't just purchase, I sell.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So here we go. The Dysfunctional eBay Price is Right.
And just like that on the underdog.
Yeah.
Life flips on you quick in this room.
Real quick.
What I'm going to do is, because I hate the Price is Right rules, we're going to go with who can make the closest guess.
Oh,
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes.
I don't like this.
Thank you. Stand up to the witch.
I am. Okay, the first item up for bid here. This is what my wife had sent me that she saw on social media. Somebody was selling cloth maxi pads. Cloth maxi pads.
New in the wrapper, right?
Let me read the description, Virginia. These are 10 stay dry boosters and 13 that were cut in half. All were bought new, washed and tied, and stored in an open air hamper.
Someone will buy them.
Wait.
Slightly used, but still buttery soft with mild stains.
There's maxi pads that are reusable?
This is
Cloth maxi pads.
It's messing with my mind because
This is new to me.
I love the word buttery.
Yes.
So
Still buttery soft.
it's tough.
With mild stains.
I mean,
Kevin.
it's really twisted.
Oh. I'm gonna think about this later.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Oh.
You should. All
I
right,
bet
Virginia.
somebody bought it though.
Maybe. We'll see. How much do they want for the buttery soft, mildly stained cloth maxi pads?
I think they want $12.
$12. Jbird, what is your guess here for this amazing product?
It's gonna be 18.
It's going to be 18.
18 even.
Actual retail price, $50. Jbird, you're closer.
$50?
$50 they want for the cloth maxi pads.
For used? used, stained.
Well, because isn't it more better for the environment and all that stuff? There's going to be some people that would buy that, Virginia, even if it's stained and buttery.
Sorry. The environment is screwed if my maxi pads are taking us out. Because I am not using some other broad's used maxi.
Buttery soft, though.
Oh, they got me on buttery. I was grossed out until I heard buttery.
Ugh.
Next item up for bid here in the dysfunctional eBay Price is Right. Reusable toilet paper. The description reads, are you tired of buying toilet paper and only wasting it by flushing? I crochet these reusable toilet paper rolls. Available in white, brown, and red.
Oh my gosh, brown toilet paper would be a really mess with your mind.
Wait, you couldn't
How do you
see.
know when it's time to get up?
That is boy, what a...
Do not use brown toilet paper.
It's just not
I
well
don't think
thought
you get the
out.
job done.
No, you certainly can't tell with your eyes.
Buy today and get a second roll free. Okay, Jbird, how much do you pay here? What are they asking for in the dysfunctional eBay Price is Right?
I don't know, man. That brown toilet paper sounds amazing. I'm going to go, they're selling that for $28.
$28. Virginia, what is your guess?
I think they're selling it for $25.
Okay. Actual retail price, $19.99, Virginia.
Yes.
You are back in the game.
It's a real barn burner.
All right, next item up for bid here in the dysfunctional eBay Price is Right. Edible panties.
Oh, Jbird's bought these before. He's talked about it.
Oh, stop it.
How many times have you purchased edible panties?
In my life?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on. More or less than 7?
It's been a lot that he doesn't remember.
Were you drunk?
What's the number, 7?
7.
Maybe more. I don't know.
Maybe more.
I don't know.
Did you get the hard candy ones, or did you get the ones that are like fruit roll-ups?
Fruit roll-ups.
And did you buy them for somebody else or just for yourself?
Or for Chewy?
Take my dog out of... Stop it. Do not sexualize my dog. Take his name out of your mouth.
You take your dog out of his...
You take your dog out of your mouth.
And to answer the question, they're all fair questions, by the way. The roll-ups are the better.
The fruit roll-ups are better, but the hard candy ones last longer.
I'm not a big sweetheart fan. I don't. They're sweet tarts.
Okay, well, here's the description of these edible panties that were for sale on eBay. It says, only selling because I know my boyfriend doesn't like licorice. Fits size large, but you can eat around the waistband and make it fit smaller. Only worn once, like new condition.
That is repulsive.
Well, and here's the thing, Virginia. The fact that it was worn once is going to up the price on that. They're going to pay for that.
What?
Yeah, it's a woman's not going to buy those.
Oh, you're right. Welcome to the sick mind of a man. Thank you for the peek
Oh, he knows
inside.
edible panties.
Well, no.
Thank you for... I was thinking it was for a chick. You're right. It's for a pervy dude.
The fact that they've been worn, that's going to make the price even higher.
Dang, Bird.
I know.
Well, I didn't apply for it.
You just blew my mind. I was thinking they were for a girl.
I got to stop breaking
This guy's good.
I got to stop breaking things down for y'all.
No, please don't stop. I like learning your twisted ways.
It makes me look
They
way
are very
weirder.
twisted.
So twisted.
Okay, actual retail price. How much do they want for the edible panties, Virginia?
They want $19 for them.
Okay. Jbird.
$55.
$55. Actual retail price, $40 or best offer. Jbird is just a bit closer, though.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. I love how they put or best offer.
Yeah.
I need the cash.
Okay, I'm not sure if this person really understands what they got here that they put on eBay, and our dysfunctional eBay Price is Right. They put it up as a toe ring. But listen to the description. Up for sale, a very unique ring. It's made from a rubbery material, and it's too big to fit on any finger. It fits my big toe, so I think it's your toe. It has a massager built in that you can turn on, and it vibrates. I found it in a car that I bought.
That's a French tickler.
That ain't for no toe.
Well, I don't think they know fully what they've got here. They're selling it as a toe ring. How much do you pay for this questionable toe ring?
Did I hear that? Is that a vibrating toe ring?
A vibrating toe
Okay.
ring, yes. They have a vibrating toe ring. How much do you pay in the dysfunctional eBay Price is Right, Jbird?
It's gonna be $38.
$38 they want for this toe ring, vibrating toe ring. Virginia, how much do you pay?
I say $35.
$35. Actual retail price, $20. Virginia has tied it all up here.
I'm actually pretty happy I got that one wrong. Just to show people.
Wow.
That if I keep getting the exact price.
Yeah, you know a
You
little too
nail
much.
it, and you know the difference between with and without tax.
Exactly.
Okay, the final item up for bid here, and our tiebreaker is it's tied 2 apiece in the dysfunctional eBay Price is Right.
Do we have to write this one down?
No, you do not. Bondage gear.
Do we have to do an extra step to make the bit go longer?
Yeah.
Why don't you shut your hole? I'm trying to make it fair.
Bondage gear is what we've got here. Bondage gear. The description reads, selling my one-of-a-kind bondage gear. Only been used a couple of times. Has been wiped down clean from any bodily fluids. What is the actual retail price?
Is it real leather?
It is leather, but there is some metal in this as well in the bondage gear.
How many pieces?
You have got what looks like a leg lock brace where you can take the arms and the legs and lock the legs by this man. He also looks like he has a leather mask on, leather bottoms.
Okay.
As well.
I got
It's a lie.
I got my
looks like it's of a larger size.
Are we sure it's not Jbird in the picture? I mean, the guy's wearing a mask.
I don't believe this is Jbird. I don't
Why
believe.
don't who put a nickel in you?
Yeah.
Why don't you pipe down a
I
little bit?
know.
My guess is $50.
He's
gonna
bought
guess.
this before.
Oh, stop it.
I've seen the pictures.
Virginia, what's your guess?
51.
You're going 51.
Oh, you're doing price. It's so annoying, her tactics.
Well, when you put the item up for bid yourself, you know the exact price like Jbird does. $50 and a win. Yep.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, time for another one of those fun raise your hand polls where we find out some very revealing things here about the KVJ show. If you're watching on KVJ TV, you get to see who says yes to what, and you can also find out, it's kind of like an impromptu poll to find out exactly how many people on this show are doing these very interesting things.
Last week was pretty eye-opening.
Honesty is a prerequisite. Just remember that, Bird.
I was very honest last week.
I'm watching you.
I mean, you need to get a hobby.
You are my hobby.
Pipe down, Dennys.
Okay, let's see. The first one that we have here. Have you ever gotten into a screaming match with a boss or manager? Okay, what percentage of the KVJ show has done that? Screaming match with a boss or a manager?
Do you raise 2 hands if it's been more than one?
No, just trying to find out here. Okay, we've got 3 out of 5. There you go. Solid 60% of the KVJ show.
I wonder who the 3 is.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dennys. Dennys is tough on managers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I ride them.
He wears them down. Have you ever stolen something from work? Have you ever stolen something from work? Raise your hand if that applies to you. I'll say 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5.
Wow, what a bunch of thieves.
Yeah. 'Cause I think, that could really go with a lot of stuff. I mean, a pen would technically
Kevin's
count,
is going
right?
to be very Boy Scout and innocent, where mine was without a doubt just, vindictive and go ahead.
You took toilet paper because you convinced us that it was the right thing to do
It was the
to
right-
get back at Cox.
It was the right thing to do. I felt like a Robin Hood stealing that toilet paper, and I don't regret a single second of it.
I believed in your cause.
I stole a lot of toilet paper.
Wow. Okay, next one that we have here. Have you ever hooked up with someone who has been a guest on the show? Somebody that we've had in studio. They've been on the microphone. Somebody we promoted. Have you hooked up with a guest from the show? 2 out of 5 have. 40% of the KVJ shows hooked up with somebody that we've had on the show.
Hookers.
Very interesting stuff. Okay. Next question that we have here. Have you ever had an injury from sex? Have you ever had an injury from sex?
Well, injured or
you
hurt?
hurt yourself.
Hurt?
Yeah,
or...
you hurt yourself in the act. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you hurt yourself.
Because there's a difference between hurt and injured.
Yeah,
injured, you're
I guess
limping
probably
in it.
even pulling a muscle, something along those lines.
All right.
Do you count UTIs?
No.
Okay.
That's kind of out of the realm.
It's not during.
And
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
gross.
Well,
Okay.
Sorry, I am over here trying to get the truth.
Okay. We've had one person that has injured themselves during sex.
And the rest of us are boring.
Yeah, not doing it hard enough, apparently.
I bet you could never guess who hurt themselves.
Okay, and the...
Don't ruin the game.
That's what I do. What about sudden death?
Okay, the final question that we have here. Have you pleasured yourself in the last 48 hours? Treat yourself like your own personal playground. Okay. 3 out of 5.
I was going to say, someone better get honest running KVJ TV.
Oh!
3 out of 5.
The call out is real.
Wow. Okay. All right, fascinating stuff. Okay. You can go back and watch that because KVJ TV is on demand. You can also listen to the After Show podcast. We'll get more specific on some of the details, but now you know that 60% of the KVJ show in the last 48 hours, oh yeah, has made it happen.
With themselves.
Yeah, that's not making it happen.
Oh, it's so sexy, Kevin.
Oh, I don't know.
There has to be another person there to be defined as making it happen.
Well, I mean, look at Kevin. That's how
You do it the way you do it, I'll do it the way I do it.
Do you wear that shirt when you do it?
That's what got me going. Well, we got a poll you can take on the KVJ Show. It is on the KVJ Show Facebook page right now. We asked the question, who on the KVJ Show? And then we've got a whole bunch of different categories here for you. We'll be checking in with some of the answers, see what people have to say here. Here are the questions that we got on the poll. Who on the KVJ Show would you want to have a dinner with? Okay. We'll see some of the answers that are on there, and we can even give our own thoughts on this.
Well, I don't know if you heard, Kevin, but Virginia does 21-course meals on Tequesta.
Yeah, so if you like the fancy meals, you would want to have dinner with Virginia.
I mean, she has 21 courses. We call them 21 dinners where I'm from. 21 meals, baby. Courses is such a...
Courses is a upscale term, but yeah, it applies.
Okay. Do you have a personal favorite? I actually think I would probably go with Denny's. I think we would eat about the same things, and I'd like to sit and get deep with that cat. Like, just have a very in-depth, worldly type of universal discussion.
He eats pretty healthy, and he likes a lot of the same things you like.
Right,
He's
exactly.
big into the sushi.
Yep.
He's not really so hot on the pasta and the carbs like the bird.
That's what my boy gets real nasty, though. Trust me. Denny's can eat some fettuccine like the best of us.
But he does it to appease you because you pressure him. You carb pressure people. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it to you, too. And guess what? You'll be eating carbs with me.
You can't break this. I'm on quick weight loss.
I've broke it so many times.
Not this month.
Now the question we got, who on the KVJ Show would you want to go on a week-long road trip with? I think probably from my own personal answer, the favorite would be maybe the bird. I think we'd have fun discussions. We'd have a good time. I'm a little concerned about the music.
Me and you like a lot of the same
We
music.
do.
And I would make sure if we were on
Yeah.
a road trip together,
Yeah.
it would be Kevin Ralston classics that you like.
Okay,
I
we'd have
wouldn't
to
play
find
my-
that common ground.
I wouldn't play my weepy stuff.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be all carpenters.
It was, 'cause I know I would want to impress Kevin. I wouldn't want to have
Okay.
him dial out. So my music would be
I think we'd have a
on
good
point.
time.
Yeah.
She would try so hard like she was on a first date.
I think we'd have a good time then, yeah.
Yes.
And guess what? I put out on the first date. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you won't have to masturbate, Kev.
Oh, okay.
She's here.
Wow, that's good news.
I'm just kidding.
What about you, Virginia? Do you have somebody you would think would be great to take a week-long road trip with?
I would like it with any of you. I think it'd be fun.
I do too, yeah.
I could take Suits. I could take Denny's. I could take Bird, Kev. You're all awesome for different reasons.
But you're not running for office. You get to pick one.
My favorite.
Your first pick.
Who would you-
okay.
who
There's
would you
only
ha-
one you got to go today.
Who would you have the most fun with on a road trip? You're gone for a week.
I would probably say Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's is pretty dang awesome.
He's just so likable.
He really is.
If you don't like Denny's, it's on you.
And if you want to take a nap, hey, Denny, do you mind driving? Yeah, sure, I'll drive. Like, he's so...
He'll drive the whole
Agreeable.
time.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just so...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's perfect.
I think this question is tilted to Denny's, too. Who would you want to smoke a joint with?
I mean...
Yeah. You got
Well,
my
hold
pick.
on. Hear about now. Denny's is knowledgeable about weed.
Yeah.
But think about who would you want to smoke a joint with for the conversation.
I
with.
get it. Still the conversation. Yeah.
I mean,
Like I said, I don't get a time to sit with Denny's and get deep, but yeah, I think that would be a great experience.
we gotta have you on the weird and whatever, man.
I know. One of these days, I really will.
You're
I'll pop in
invited
there.
always,
I
anytime.
love those discussions.
Anytime you want to come over.
Okay.
In fact, we'll do it impromptu. You come over, we'll just put the microphones on, and we'll just get weird.
Just get weird.
Yeah,
huh?
explore the room.
Take your pants off, stay a while.
Another question we have here that you can answer on the Facebook page about the KVJ show. Who would you want to share a 5-year prison sentence in the same cell with?
I mean, you'd have to put up with moods, their pooping habits. I mean, there's so much to deal with.
I think it's, for me, again, it's Denny's. Just easy, chill, good conversation, polite.
I mean, clearly the worst would be Virginia. That would be tough. Oh, my gosh.
Well, we have to watch each other poop.
Yeah.
That was
So
just...
you guys got to pick a dude.
But imagine getting into an argument, like you're in a cell with her, and the's nowhere to go.
Right.
Oh,
She's
my-
mad at you.
Oh, my gosh.
You can't get away.
I have to go to my corner.
Yeah.
All right, I'm picking you just for that.
But we'd also have some great times. We'd make moonshine together.
We get our ass kicked on the yard together.
We'd make the best moonshine block E has ever seen.
What do they call it again? Hooch?
Hooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you trust most with handling your finances on the show?
Not the bird.
Gosh, yeah.
He said, who would you trust? Not who do you want to insult?
I think I gotta go Denny's again.
I go Suits only because he looks like my tax guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
So I know you and Jbird are both terrible at math.
You don't really. Your wife does a lot of your stuff, so you're not
She does
in
mine,
it.
yeah.
So I don't think I would trust you. I might actually trust Virginia. She writes everything down. I wouldn't trust her to spend the money, but to keep
Yes,
it accurate.
okay.
To
All
keep
right.
an accurate account, I would absolutely trust Virginia on that.
Okay.
Yeah, if I don't have access to spend it, I think I would be good at helping you keep track
She
of it.
would. She'd be very good.
It's only when I have like a credit card that's in my name that I get in trouble.
Your own money I wouldn't trust you with, but mine I would.
That makes sense.
We also asked who would you want to physically fight on the KVJ show?
Suits.
Yeah, I've got to toughen him up.
I mean, I'm not here to lose.
I already knocked him out once. I want to do it twice. No, I'm just kidding. No, I want to fight.
be the one.
I want Kevin.
Oh, really?
I want to
Okay.
take down the
Shout
king.
out to champ.
Take down the king.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna be limping.
Oh, I know. He would
He's
destroy.
gonna kill you.
He would
Okay.
destroy me.
I don't know.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah, every now and then the Hulk comes out.
Ooh, and the tough question for us to read if we go check out the Facebook page. Who would you want from the KVJ show kicked off?
Now,
Oh,
that,
man.
I'm not answering that.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, I am.
You'll be able to see Jaybird's face, and it's right there.
Maybe we won't read those comments.
Yeah, add to the hate song again.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
So much crazy stuff going on here in Florida. In fact, somebody texted in. They said, you remember that crazy lady who was feeding the vultures and the gators and ibis?
Yes.
They said she got fined $53,000 for that.
Good.
So if she doesn't pay that, she goes to the clink?
They can take her house.
Oh.
They don't put her in jail. They put a lien on her house, and they can take her house.
Wow. Okay.
That's pretty messed up.
Well, you know you're in Florida when you see very interesting things going on. I don't know if you guys saw the video last night of the woman that started stripping down, going through baggage claim at Miami International Airport.
Girl was going through it.
Drugs?
Oh, obviously.
Not really sure what exactly was her motivation.
We've heard that from people that do like bath salts and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you become really hot and you want to get all the clothes off
Yeah.
of you so you can cool down.
I mean, she started with a bra and panties. That's where the video picks up. She's going through baggage claim. Later, I saw videos of her outside, completely naked, walking out front of the airport. And she was even sitting naked on the top of a cop car. in the videos.
That's how you get their attention.
So did someone eventually stop her? Because that seems like a long way to walk naked. You actually got on a cop car, and no one arrested her.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why the cops were there. They were in the process of arresting her, but they were trying to be gentle with the process. If you didn't see
it's tough. If you're a male cop and she's naked, you got to be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I think it was a sensitive situation because you're not really sure necessarily what's going on.
Well,
is it
then if there's a
bath salts, is it mental health? Is it?
It looks like both.
Yes.
Well, look at her hair.
What is going on? And
that is not the hairdo of a woman that has it together.
Yeah.
How did she get up there?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Is that real?
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, that's what.
So was that before or after she was walking
I think that was
around?
after. She started in baggage claim, and then she was outside. The cops had shown up because it's later on. She's just outside.
She don't look bad naked.
No.
Usually when you hear crazy person naked at the airport, you're like, all right, they're going to be gross.
Yes. So I'm not sure exactly what it was that was going on with her state, drugs or otherwise, but yeah, definitely an eye-popping situation. If you just landed in Miami, you're like,
this
welcome
is great.
to Miami.
So what
South Florida, baby.
Like if you're a police officer, let's say she's in the middle of the airport and she will not stop. Like, man, you got to stop. You're naked. Please stop. And she continues to walk and she's walking out. What do the cops do?
I think you got to get a few cops. You certainly need a female cop involved, and you surround her, and then you forcibly remove her.
Because I mean, if the cops repeatedly tell you, stop, ma'am, stop, and you don't stop.
Yeah, then they'll come up and they'll use a little bit. It'll hopefully
5 of them surrounding her could get her out of there.
Gradually escalate. Yes. And yeah, maybe one they get her by the shoulder or they slap something on her wrist and get
I'd
her
just
out
like to talk to her today. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Who knows?
Were you trying to make a statement?
Yeah, I don't know. So bath salts, probably mental health. I don't know. Some or maybe all the above. Who knows? Well, there's a woman that said 2 squirrels have moved into the condo she is renting in Haines City, Florida.
Moved in?
They moved in, and apparently they are not very nice. The woman saying that the squirrels have been in her condo for 25 days and they've destroyed several pieces of her furniture.
Call a trapper, you dope.
And they even attacked her 9-year-old son.
How is this a story?
Well,
like, immediately when the squirrels get in, don't you call somebody?
I will say, where I live at, we have got some hardened squirrels. And these squirrels, they're clever. Mm-hmm. They are energetic. They are very strong.
All the more reason not to take them on as a roommate.
Yeah, but what could have they could have broken in. They could be. I mean, they could hide. If a squirrel broke into my place, there's several places it could hide and stay, and I wouldn't be able to get it.
They've moved in
and
they've set up traps. They've set up traps, and the squirrels keep avoiding the traps. So they're right now just trying to figure out how to deal with these aggressive, crafty squirrels.
They need Trapper John.
Something has happened with these squirrels. They've become organized. They've become smart, and they are pissed. These squirrels that I have they look like they do prison push-ups. I'm not even kidding you. And they do this thing with their crotch, kind of like the pelvic thrust.
They're twerking?
Like front twerking.
Penile.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, I think what this has to deal with, too, is she's kind of upset with the property manager. Who's like, I've set up the trap. She's like, you're still not doing enough. She doesn't want to pay for a real trapper to come out and do it because it's not her property. Per se.
Gotcha.
But these squirrels are bullying her 9-year-old son. Well, another interesting moment here. This time in California, a pantsless man there was caught trying to get inside a couple's home through their doggy door.
That's horrifying.
Oh, my gosh.
It all started when the resident was working in his garage and the guy walks into their yard. He said the guy from there pulls down his pants, moons the homeowner's wife who's inside the home, and then tries to force his way into the home through the doggy door.
So he's now Porky Pigging it, trying to get through your doggy door.
Did he go butt first or head first?
That's a good question.
It didn't say. Not really sure exactly
Did he look like a baby coming out of the birth canal?
Because if he went butt first, you actually could just get a paintball.
I mean, if you get your butt and your hips through, I think you're good.
I don't know.
Does anybody have a doggy door? I kind of want to try this.
We'll give this a shot.
Kind of do, too.
But you got to take your pants off.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way to keep it real.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the guy was a sex offender. So.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Now, that is horrifying.
That is kind of horrifying, isn't it? A guy in the Ukraine recently woke up to find that his wife had locked his junk in a chastity belt to keep him from having affairs.
Yeah, he was having affairs. Sorry, not sorry.
How do you sleep through that?
He got what he deserved. He's lucky he didn't get Lorena bobbited.
Or is this one of those things where he acted like he was sleeping and he likes to be in this position, which we have talked about before on this show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Put up a ploy here. Well, emergency crews wound up having to saw off the chastity belt. He is expected to make a full recovery and apparently is also considering a divorce, which is probably good. You should have done that before you started cheating on him in the first place.
Yeah, he's at fault here. I support her and whatever she did.
That story don't make no sense. There's holes in that story.
Yeah, she didn't inflict enough pain, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. Well, this 80-year-old guy in India is in no need of a chastity belt because he's developed on his own an eggshell-like material around one of his testes. Apparently, it's a result of a mosquito bite.
Oh, my gosh.
A mosquito bite made his testicle turn into like
nard.
a hard surface?
Apparently so.
Oh, my God.
Do mosquitoes do anything good? Every time I hear a mosquito story.
It's bad stuff, right?
I don't know, man. Your whacked out news is kind of freaking my mind today, Ralston.
That's what it does. That's why it's whacked out, my friend. I don't pick the stories. Well, actually, I do.
You don't cause them to happen.
Too bad you picked that shirt.
I know, yes.
Your shirt should be in the whacked out news.
It is. It's its own story. A guy in Virginia went to a Taco Bell on Monday, but only had 70 cents, so an employee felt bad and gave him a free taco.
Oh, that was nice.
It is. Apparently, the guy, though, didn't like the taco he'd been given, so he pulled out a knife.
I mean, what the hell?
What? Man, what a twist ending.
You can't be nice
to twist
people.
ending on that one, huh?
The guy who gave the help is like, man, be cool, dude.
I gave you a free taco.
Yeah. I have to do that.
You're right. Sometimes it's better just to ignore people.
The heck, man?
And this is how we become jaded.
Wow. Yeah, there is a couple in California that's facing charges after they left their bike in their front yard to lure in thieves and then chase them down the street and beat them with bats. They said
this is a real thing. So people that have been robbed leave out bait after they've been robbed, and they want the robbers to come back. And this was a big story on Dateline because these people did that. They left a purse sitting in a garage on a car. The robbers came back and they shot them to death.
It was the same robbers?
The robbers were kids.
They came back to the same place.
They killed them as they begged for their life.
Oh, really?
In the garage.
Does that happen? Oh, I saw that story.
Right? Dateline.
Yes.
Crazy.
Was it an old guy that shot him?
It was it was like a guy in his late 30s.
It's a different story then. Same kind of situation.
They left a bait out for the robbers. The robbers came back and they killed them.
Yeah.
And they went to jail. The guy who left the bait went to jail.
Yes.
Because they proved that he did that to bait them back, and he used excessive force.
The same situation, same kind of situation. Two teenagers went into. The guy set a trap.
Yeah.
And he got the one teenager to the point where he disarmed him. There was no threat to his life, and he still killed him. And then he went to jail for it. Even them being in the house breaking in.
Yep, you can't do that. Once you have disarmed the person and controlled the situation, you can't just kill them for fun because you're mad that you got robbed.
And the only reason why they found out the story that I'm talking about was there was some audio on some kind of contraption in his room that he had no idea was recording, like on an iPhone, and the whole thing was recorded, and that's how they busted him, and he went to jail for life.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Okay. Entrapment.
Yeah, you put the bait out.
Yeah. That's true, you did.
But I do wonder how much that happens when you get robbed. I'm sure police have stats on this. Do the robbers a lot of times go back to the same house to hit it again?
On Dateline, they do.
Yeah, they might. They know it's easy.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
You
would think you'd be one and done. You're
Yes.
like, you get everything you want and then you leave, but maybe something happened and interrupted the robbery and you weren't able to finish.
Yep. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, too, they did a study that had some disturbing results about what happens if you die in the presence of your cat. I'll let you know what they found out in this very disturbing study coming up in minutes.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Well, apparently, you don't want to die in front of your cat. This was kind of a weird impromptu study that kind of came through because they found that apparently your cat will eat you.
Oh.
Yeah, and nobody's shocked because cats don't even like you.
I heard dogs would do the same thing, too.
They've had situations where, yeah, that is actually
the dog's not eating, is hungry, and then all of a sudden, a dead Kevin Ralston looks delicious.
You'll do what you do. Yeah, I mean, to stay alive. You're
I'm sure. I feel like it would break Chewy's heart as he's eating me. Like, I gotta do it, Bird. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
But you are delicious. You taste like sauce.
Yeah, actually, they didn't really plan to do this study. But what had happened was it was a research project where people had donated corpses and they had them outside to watch how they decompose.
Oh, my gosh. What a horrible, horrible yard.
Talk about bringing your work home with you.
It's terrible.
So these researchers are just watching these bodies decompose, and these two cats wander into the property. And as they're watching the cats come in and start snacking on the decomposing bodies.
This is gross.
They say even though there were more than 40 bodies, both cats just picked one. So apparently not all humans do taste alike.
I feel like Jbird would definitely taste better than Kevin.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I would. I mean, I've been marinating my body my whole life, basically.
Yeah, you'd be delicious.
I think I'd be very fatty, but very delicious.
You'd be fatty and sweet.
Yeah, but there's a salty side.
Oh, yeah, there
salty
is.
and sweet.
Just around your groin.
All right.
Now, they didn't do anything to stop the cats. They let them do what they did, and apparently this went on night after night for more than a month.
Oh, Kevin.
Now, did
the people that donated their family's body know they were donating to be cat snacks?
Right, how would you feel if
I would feel a little different.
Aunt Margaret's out there, she's cat food?
This is not what Aunt Margaret wanted.
Right.
Or was Aunt Margaret a cat lover?
Maybe she was. Maybe she'd be happy.
I would. For research, I think I'd be okay with that.
You would, okay.
I'd sign a...
No, I'm not signing nothing for that. I don't want to be a cat snack.
I sign, and then you have to watch me. All the cats eat me.
Can you imagine? Where was this place? It's like a yard, an open field with like bodies in it.
Is it a body farm? One of those body farms where they do that a lot with CSI
But
people.
they do turn people into compost. I don't think that was the end goal. I think they were just doing research on looking at bodies left out, how they decompose.
Yeah, that's what they do that with forensics. I think they call them they call them body farms, and they see what happens with them.
Well, it's a lot of times, if you have somebody, if you're watching one of those crime shows, they find a dead body and they're like, yeah, they've been out here for a good 3 weeks. So they're trained and they are able to identify and see these are the kind of things. And this is how they know, is because they actually are using cadavers to do the research to find out this would be the stage of decomposition.
Double Dog Dare. Would you go there on Halloween night?
I would, yeah.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
There's no way.
That stuff, for some reason, does, like the ghost, and I would, if I knew I was getting into a situation, that'd be one thing. But if I was walking in the woods and stumbled upon a dead body, that would freak me out.
Okay.
You know what? I think I would be freaked out now that I think about it. Like I'm picturing myself looking at the
You
farm.
have to go in there on Halloween night, and you have to like do a few challenges once you're in there.
I don't think Halloween night even has to. I mean, I just think any night would, even on a Monday.
Any
That'd be
night,
terrifying.
yeah.
Yeah, you're just looking
Tonight.
out over a field of bodies.
I don't need Halloween. All right,
And then you throw in these two cats. You're like, that's really weirding me out.
I could watch the cat thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Another thing they found out about this, that not only cats will have a favorite body to go for, but they will start apparently with a particular body part first.
They do the butt, don't they?
The nards.
You think that's what it is?
Because they're like little. They like to play with balls. Like, no, they do. Cats love.
So they go ding, 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 ding,
And
ding,
when
ding, ding, ding.
And when I say that, I mean like a cat toy.
Dennys, do not let Jbird cat sit.
Believe me, I don't want to. That cat wants me dead.
That's what you do with the cats.
Oh, stop it.
No, what they found out in this impromptu survey is that the cats, both of them, went for the arms first.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good luck trying to get through Ralston's muscle.
Yeah, don't die face down, Ralston, because your butt would be delicious for cats.
Well, if I was a cat, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, and he ain't eating.
If you're a cat, then you got to go for Kevin's butt.
You do.
I mean, that's boar's head meat right
well,
there.
we've talked about it. It's your best feature.
Rump roast, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very meaty, yes. Every day in our Whacked Out News, we've got at least one Florida story, it seems.
At least.
every town has got something going on, and it does rotate. Today it was what happened at Miami International Airport, the woman who stripped down and was sitting naked on top of the cop car there last night. But what is the craziest story for every South Florida city? Do you know yours?
Yes.
If you live in a town, what is it?
In Tequesta, it's the face-eating kid.
Yep.
It's about to go up on trial, and it's crazy because it's developing like right now.
Growing up in Lake Park, there was a story where this guy got beaten with a wooden spoon and died in the house, and it was right by where we lived at, and it was supposedly haunted, and you'd always walk by, and it just looked creepy. That was the story in Lake Park.
I think every town does, no matter what the size. I grew up in a town of 6,000 people, and we had multiples. So
You have that devil worshipping thing.
That's number one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that special finally.
Yeah, it's all over TV. Yeah, it's classic. I was there at that time growing up in that town when that happened. So
Crazy.
every town has got theirs. If your town does and you know it, what is it? What is the craziest story that has happened in your little South Florida town? Seems like everyone has a story. Miami's got multiples. Sure there's a ton for Fort Lauderdale. What would you say for West Palm Beach? Craziest story.
Oh, my.
Do you ever know of? There's been a few things that have been intriguing.
I
I know
mean,
Palm Beach has got a few.
The Epstein stuff is like so big.
I mean, we kind of had the whole the nation looking at us during the voting.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a big old
the hanging chads.
Yeah, of 2000, 20 years
Yeah.
ago. Somebody did text in and said, my alma mater was the center of the Jeffrey Epstein ring. Do you know where I'm from? That's Royal Palm Beach High School, right? I believe.
I think so. I think it was a Western community high school.
Yes, because my wife has a friend that went there, and some of her friends in high school were being recruited by Epstein. And they tell the stories.
There's like another wrinkle in that whole thing, too. I guess like he has an estate. So there's the islands, there's the houses, there's the money. All this stuff is just kind of sitting right now. Who's the beneficiary on his estate? Can we find that out? Because I guess the estate is trying to hold on to all the property and the houses and the islands and the cars and the just, you wouldn't even be able to put a number on how much this estate is probably worth. But the feds are trying to seize everything and then give restitution to the victims. Who is the beneficiary of the estate?
Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries with that. Yeah, they had a story even today that he was allegedly transporting underage girls to his secluded homes in the
that's a
U.S.
fact.
Virgin Islands.
That's a fact.
All the way up until 2018, so 2001 to 2018.
And there are pilots that flew
Yeah.
girls that knew what was going on, that helped cover it up or didn't say anything. And I think those people should be implicated.
They say the girls appear to be between the ages of 11 and 18.
11?
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell?
I know. Messed up. Yeah, so I guess that would be Royal Palms.
You've got
Count
that clown murder out in Wellington.
That's the Wellington. Yeah, the Wellington
That's a
clown
big
murder.
one.
Yeah, it is.
The Pizzle's got a few. A couple of the texts we got is you got a choice between either the Deviltree or Tyler Hadley. Tyler Hadley was the kid that hammered his parents to death and then threw a house party.
That I've read the details on that. That is a messed up story, man. That one, you read that, you feel very weird.
Yeah. So it seems like every town has got at least one. Some have a few.
The thing that happened with the face stuff, that wasn't Tequesta?
Absolutely.
That wasn't Jupiter?
The night it happened, it happened at sunset and a little bit after. I was driving to work the next morning, and I literally had to drive right by it. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? They had it lit up like it was a circus. There was news cameras. There was police. There was every first responder. Like, it was crazy. And I was like, I wonder what's going on over there.
I mean, and I guess it doesn't always have to be, doom and gloom, right, for each city.
No, it could be something, whoa, look at that. Hey, that's what we're really known for. But it's usually the ones that imprint are the ones that are just like, whoa, it's
If it
disturbing.
bleeds, it leads.
But
Yeah.
you're right, you could. I'm just thinking of every city, even just north of here, like Palm Beach Gardens, Jupiter. They all have a tale that you guys would recognize.
Somebody texted in, said in Stewart, we had the Salerno Strangler.
Oh, my God.
June 23rd, 2004, the 26-year-old Mick Waters was arrested on 3 counts of rape and first-degree murder, all women. Yeah, serial killer in Stewart.
You guys weren't around. If this was a big deal back in the early 90s, which is the Rachel Hurley case in Jupiter.
You've told us about
People
it.
still talk about that. They still never got the murderer. I always try to keep it out there as much as I can because I honestly feel in my heart somebody here locally knows what happened to Rachel Hurley, and someone's not saying something. Got to keep it out in the press as much as possible.
Amen.
A couple of the other ones is Palm Beach had the William Kennedy Smith trial back in the 90s.
Oh, man, that was huge down. I remember that being
That was big everywhere. I remember
so
that.
big down here.
Delray Beach had the Karen Slattery. She was killed while babysitting back in the 80s.
Oh.
That sounds familiar.
Of course, you seem to know all those.
Slattery.
Somebody said back during the 9/11 issues they were having in 2001, there was the anthrax scare and that building in Boca.
Oh, and remember all the pilots like trained down here for
was-
9/11?
That was in Delray. It was right next to Bucky Dent.
Well, the one of the pilots was in Delray because he lived. I remember my roommate at the time. He lived above his mom, and we talked to his mom the day after, and she was talking about all the weird noises she was hearing up there. But they trained in Lantana, so Lantana would have the training yards for the terrorists.
We couldn't believe it. There was a building. You'd always have to walk by this building near Bucky Dent Baseball School. I mean, it stuck out. And we found out some of the people training was staying in that building at the time.
Scary.
Yeah. Boynton Beach had the murder for hire.
Oh, yeah.
Dalia DiPolito.
That was a national story.
That was.
You've got, I don't even know this one. Somebody had said Jupiter, the Thanksgiving Massacre.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that story.
All those people. And one of the waitresses that waited on us for one of our KVJ events was one of the people killed.
Yeah, it was a terrible story.
Craft Bar Kitchen. She used to work there when we went there and did remotes, and she was lovely.
I'm trying to think of a positive story, like a happy
I
one.
know.
What
I'm
kind
like,
of balance this?
I'm looking at all these. And I'm like,
Good luck, Bird.
I know. Come on, there's got to be something good you can say about each city, right?
It's just the ones we're getting right
that
now.
they're known for.
Yeah, they're coming. Somebody said the Boca Town Center. Remember the murder of the mother and the daughter? There.
They never caught that person either. In fact, that was a multiple kind of a thing. They think that guy had a few.
Dang.
Okay, I guess every town does have their own disturbing story.
I kind of feel a little depressed now.
Yeah, we can't end like this.
Anxiety.
Kevin, you got to bring it around.
We've got more, yes.
Okay.
We do have more. I'll turn it around. Let's talk about something that I guess we all probably would want. People who have more sex, what are they doing to get it? There's a couple maybe adjustments you could make in your life. If you're not getting enough, you could get more by doing this. I'll tell you what it is next.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
So if you want to have more sex, there are a couple things that you can do here I found out today. First and the most easiest, sleep naked. They say people who sleep in the nude tend to have more sex than people who wear pajamas.
Well, duh,
I know.
of course. But I can't because I feel so exposed. I love a muumuu, but I can't even sleep with a short muumuu on without putting like shorts or pants underneath. If there's any chance of me tossing and turning in the night and then my butt like sticking out, I don't like it.
Am I the only one kind of turned on by a muumuu sometimes?
Maybe in this room.
Let's hope Panda is too.
I don't know. Something about it. Just I don't know. It's like it's kind of loungy.
I live for a moo.
I don't hate a moo.
A moo is nice. Now you got to be a soft moo, and you got to be a nice moo. I'm not talking about your grandma's moo.
No.
That had like the scratchy lace and buttons down the front. It can have no buttons. It can have nothing scratchy. It's got to be super soft cotton, and it's got to be long.
That moo can get you in the mood.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kevin. That was a terrible joke.
thing I don't know about this survey, though, is they say that if you sleep in the nude, you get lucky one time more often a week than somebody who sleeps in pajamas. But they say, according to this poll, the average nude sleeper gets lucky 5 times a week. Meanwhile, the person who wears pajama gets it 4. Does that seem a little high in the numbers?
Yeah.
I thought the average was like maybe twice a week.
Who are they asking? People that like just started dating?
Yeah, I'm like 5 times a week.
Because that's the only time you're getting it 5 times a week.
5 times a week. Yeah, I was like,
if you and Panda are in a good run, like where you guys are, you both are really, really attracted to each other, what's your average per week?
I would say 1 to 2 is normal.
Okay.
Okay.
We've gone stints, though, where we've been mad at each other or whatever.
Well, let's not bring up old wounds.
Right.
I'm a
Here
woman.
we go.
It's what I do.
I'm trying to get my boy laid, not yelled at.
And remember the time 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And here's another way that you can get more sex, according to another study. They say don't live together before you get married. Couples who live together before they get married have worse sex lives than couples who don't.
I disagree with that.
Wait, say that again. Before they live together, then they get married, they have worse sex?
It says couples who live together before they get married have worse sex lives than couples who don't. According to their study, they say they get it on less at the beginning of their marriage than other couples, and over time, they're less satisfied with their sex lives overall.
I can maybe see that in the beginning
It's
because
a numbers game.
Yeah, because in the beginning you don't live together, and now you just move in. Oh wow, babe, you're putting me in the mood. That's gonna run old quick, though. I think.
Why don't you never get married and never live together, and then you'll always be spicy?
Okay, that's what Oprah was talking about today with her and Stedman, that he proposed in like 93, and she said, I just knew that if I had those obligations of a marriage that it wouldn't work out because my career was what I was married to, and we both agreed just to stay in this status, and we've been together ever since.
Preach, Oprah.
That's what she has to say.
You're married.
I know, but I'm telling all young people, don't do it.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm Panda right now. I'm sadly turning the radio down.
Yeah, I'm actually listening to the Gator. I'm like, screw this. Don't do it, Kevin. Never get married.
I think it's an antiquated relationship. If you want to be with somebody, you be with that person. You do not need the law involved in your love life. You don't need a piece of paper to be committed. I don't believe in it anymore. Sorry, I said it.
So you're just stuck in this marriage, huh?
Well, I'm happy to be with Panda, and we would still be together, marriage or not.
Mm-hmm.
We would still be living together. We would
so if you
still
could do it
be
over
in
again,
it.
you wouldn't marry Panda?
I don't know.
Damn.
That's a good question. I would still be with him.
Yeah.
And we would still be together.
But you'd say, let's not get married.
But I would say, let's not get married. I would, knowing what I know now and having the clear vision that I have now, I think it's an antiquated thing. And I think if you're not deeply religious, I really don't get it.
Panda just sent me a text, and all it is the emoji of the person crying.
Yes.
That's all it was.
Where the tears are streaming down the face, not even a gentle cry. Yeah,
Streaming, yes.
streaming.
I said we'd still be together.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think. I don't think what you said at all is insulting.
And when you split up, you still have to deal with the custody.
Sure, and that's regardless.
Mhm.
You deal with that. But I just think that it's an antiquated thing.
Okay.
I'm just listening. I'm just soaking it in. I'm just listening.
And I tell Mags this all the time. I'm like, you don't need to get married. Live with somebody, and then when you're tired of living with them, move out.
Okay. Do you think she'll listen to you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I hope so.
All right. So
I think you have to be
so
like Oprah.
You're saying at Magnolia's wedding, you'll be upset that you're
No,
kind of there.
I will not be upset.
10 seconds before she says I do. You still got time, Max.
The only thing I'll be upset about is the fact that my ex-husband's there. But other than that, I'll be good. If Mags gets married and she's happy, I'm going to be happy for her.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's one of those things that you need to necessarily have a list of, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to get married, I have to have 2.5 kids. No, you don't have to do anything like that. All you have to do as a woman is get your career and get your goals and get your money in order. Those are the things that you should worry about. It's not about being married. I want to be married. I want to wear the white dress. BS.
Okay, well then since you don't really believe in it, you've been telling your daughter that, it's typically or traditionally, I believe it is the bride's
mother
job to pay for the wedding. So would you put up a fight if
No.
costs were incurred and she's like, Mom, but I want this dress, I want this location, I want this, I want that?
I would definitely try to help in any way possible.
I'm not sure about the text feature we have, but this conversation definitely gets some traction in the YouTube chat room.
Oh, it does? Okay.
People
yeah.
definitely got some comments.
Yeah. What do they have to say?
I don't know. You could read. Damn, poor Panda.
It's not that. I told you I would still be with Panda. We would be living together still. We would be, living. Nothing would be different.
Bitter old hag. Panda's slowly packing up right now. A lot of damn poor pandas.
Okay. Some people are with you, Virginia. Grant said, preach, girl.
It's just not a modern concept, guys. Think about it. Put yourself in the least stressful situations, and you'll have the most happy life.
Are you trying to convince me about not getting
Oh,
married?
I believe you're already on board with the Virginia crazy agenda.
No, my stance on marriage is I think it's not for everybody. I think if you find somebody who's your soulmate and your best friend, and you guys are two peas in a pod and are ride or die for each other, I think marriage is a beautiful thing, and I love it. I'm not against it, and I would be open to that. But I just know a lot of people don't have that. And a lot of people do fight and don't even really like each other.
Because people change. And here's the thing. You tether yourself to somebody, and then 5, 10, 20 years later, they change who they are or who they were. And now you're like, wow, if I had a crystal ball, I definitely wouldn't have signed up for this.
A couple other questions getting some traction. Is Virginia having a breakdown on the air?
No, I'm not having a breakdown. I'm trying to save people a lot of aggravation and frustration later in life when you decide that you don't want to be married or with that person that you've been with. It makes it a lot easier.
Okay.
I just don't believe in it.
You don't believe in it?
Be
Made
mad
that
at
very
me.
clear.
Be mad at me
No,
if you want. I don't care.
I don't think who's mad at you. I'm just asking questions and I'm just reading comments from the chat room. Don't yell at the messenger.
Cheryl has got a question here. She said, when did text messages become the norm to cancel a date? If it's really an emergency, why not make a call, especially when it's last second cancellation?
Well, I mean, last week you said calling people are rude. Now you got. Please make up my mind.
Cheryl, texting is the future.
She said, calls make it seem more sincere and believable. I'm 49, divorced mom, and no issues getting a date. However, to cancel 30 minutes before a date via text is just wrong.
So
It is.
You've got somebody who's, I think, a little bit older in a different generation than somebody who might be 21, and there's a generation gap between the. I see it with my own family. If you're gonna cancel something, you call and I got to agree. I'm a little old school on that. When it comes to things like canceling or someone's going to be upset, you should call them and let them know.
But this is showing you that he's not that into you, and he doesn't even have the respect for you to call and cancel. So this guy is not worth you even writing into a radio show about because he's not into you.
And we know Vitas, definitely don't marry him.
Yeah, definitely don't marry him.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Maybe it's something going on with the guys you're choosing too, Cheryl. I don't know.
Interesting.
That's true.
Yeah,
Respect level.
That could be it. Well, fleabagging. Is Cheryl doing it? What exactly is it? They say it's the hottest new dating term for 2020. And it's from the BBC series Fleabag. I think you can get that show on Amazon Prime. I was cruising through my X1 DVR last night. I was on some different app. And it popped up. I'm like, oh, what's Fleabag? Apparently, it is a show that's inspired this new term, which means to serially date people who just aren't good for you. Maybe you got to shake the fleas or something like that is what it's all about.
Oh, I got somebody in my family that does that needs a long, hard talking to.
I think so. I think there's a lot of factors that go into it. I think sometimes it's age. I think sometimes you might be looking at what looks good, and that's leading. So hot. They're a jerk, but they're so hot.
I have somebody in my family that was actively pursuing Antonio Brown on social media and slid into his DMs, and he started sliding back, and they were communicating. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you insane? Yeah, he's local, but really?
Yeah.
I think it's a thing. I think some girls are just insane.
Name dropping. I give that a 3 out of 5. Okay, topical. Wasn't he just in the news?
What you got?
It was a DM on social, and you give it a 3 out of 5?
That's good. Do you think it should be higher?
Lower.
Oh, damn it.
3? You ain't got nothing else going on. You just know what, hey, girl.
But he is in the news right now, right?
He is.
He's definitely in the news.
Very topical. I didn't realize it was going to be this intense in here.
They said Terrell Owens apparently went to Hollywood, Florida to pay him a visit and try to set him straight. So,
how'd that go?
Probably not well. That's not going to work. No. The guy's just a head case. Fleabagging, you got that. What about dial toning? Does anybody know what dial toning is? They say it's another hot term for dating in 2020.
Dial toning.
What do you think dial toning is?
Is it when when you tone down you tone your pictures, making you look better than what you are.
Oh, okay. No, it's a phone kind of thing or a communication thing. It's kind of like a little bit of a variation of ghosting. It's when you get somebody's number, you reach out, and you never get a reply. Now, after the initial number swap, one party reaches out, and they never hear back. All they get is dial tones. That's what it is.
Okay.
Sounds like a stupid term to me. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what
that
it
is kind of
applies.
dumb.
Yeah. And then the other one they have is white clawing. If you hear somebody's white clawing, it's really kind of a variation of a term that's already been around. They used to have like arm candy, but now with White Claw being so hot, the kids are calling it white clawing. It's when you date somebody exclusively for their good looks, even when you cannot stand their personality. Anybody ever done that?
I guess I don't get where the White Claw comes in.
The trend is named for the popular hard seltzer, which is mocked for being satisfying on a surface level while attracting bland drinkers. So,
That's dumb.
yeah.
That's stupid. I hate it.
They say when you can't relate to the kids' terms, it means you're too old.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. These kids are dumb.
I got to go pick up my AARP membership.
And don't you dare leave your ball in my yard. I will yell at you.
Yes. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, we got an update for what is going on. The KVJ 48 rebuilding the Bahamas from our town that we took under our wing, West End. What exactly is going on there from your donations? $200,000 you helped us raise. We'll let you know the latest next.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.
Virginia, you said there was a really good update with the town West End in the Bahamas that we are helping to rebuild with the $200,000 that we got with the KVJ 48 hours to rebuild the Bahamas.
Yes, I'm so excited. So we received a thank you letter yesterday from the West End Primary School, and in it they just really go so into detail about how much we have changed their lives and really turned it all around for them. You know, Dorian was devastating for that school. And she said that basically, you know, the fact that we came in there, and let me read the exact quote. So we have had upgrades in our staff bathrooms and kitchens. You guys fixed one of our whole entire roofs. You've given us valuable teaching and classroom resources, and we were able to realize our goal of completing a much-needed reading series to enhance our literacy program. Words are insufficient to express the gratitude we feel for the outpouring of love which we have felt from all of you. On behalf of the administration, staff, students, and parents, we say thank you for all that you have done, and we pray that God's richest blessings will continue to overshadow all of you as you continue to positively impact the lives of others.
Wow.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That is very cool.
It's just wonderful to see it making a difference, you know? Mm-hmm. And we're going to go back over there and give more updated pictures soon. So you'll be able to see the progress and see all the wonderful things and see the work on the homes.
Yeah.
So when we went over there last time, we really hyper-focused on the school. And I believe, you can hear from this thank you letter, the school is good. They're happy. Now we've selected homes in the community. I took all the before pictures of the extensive damage done by the water and the rain and the flooding. And now, you know, the repairs have begun. I can't wait to go back and get the after pictures and just be able to contrast and compare and show everybody.
Well, it means a lot. And that's why we love the concept with the KVJ 48 is getting the money, because you specifically know
Exactly.
if you gave $5, be like, okay, my $5, you know exactly what that money went to go do.
And you can see it, and we're logging the journey, and we're completely transparent with 100% of the financials. So, yeah, we've still got about, I think, somewhere around $25,000 left.
Okay.
We've spent a good chunk of it because we ended up with over $200,000. We ended up with somewhere around 211, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
That's great.
money kept coming in and coming in, and
Okay.
people like Bud's Chicken and Seafood had done big campaigns that didn't end. You know, they just
Okay.
kept raising.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, 211,000 I think we ended up with, and we still have about 25 to spend.
All right, after the show podcast is going to be firing up here in just about 5 minutes. Before we get to that, Jbird, you give us your thought for the day.
I dedicate this to y'all, my friends.
Oh, okay.
Friends and friendship is like peeing in your pants. Everyone can see it, but only you can feel the warm feeling inside.
That is perfect for our friendship.
That is, yes.
Beautiful.
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason? YouTube.com/KVJ Show.